Okay, we're back to trying to watch this last board meeting. I'm having a little trouble with this board meeting because Trimet originally published the board meeting with the first hour with no sound. And then a few days later, they actually corrected that and put the board meeting up with sound. And on top of that, they also had a budget hearing, that budget hearing they do every year with their Metro compatriots. So anyway, I'm having a little trouble putting this board meeting together because they didn't put up the sound, and so now I have to go back and forth. And anyway, we're going to listen to Anthony Forrester's testimony, and then I'll make some comments.
Thanks for meeting in the Oregon building. Go Ducks. It's one of my favorite places. After the rail safety audit last year, the entire rail division has undergone huge changes. They're basically under a microscope. And with this, let me just say, everyone is stepping up their game from the front line to the upper management, and to make the rail system more reliable, more safer as we move forward. Because it's a new era. There are large-scale changes that in almost every aspect of the division, and this is a lengthy process. But my greatest frustration, even with all the good changes that are taking place, that are going to take a long time to take place, one of the things that I've seen move forward the quickest is the discipline of operators. Operators are coming out of class and receiving almost no new training, no new skills that they need to survive in the current rail world that we have, that we're moving into. With the training that is currently done, it takes operators almost 2 years to get up to the level that Mr. Kelsey and Mr. Pricer want them to be at. But today, that isn't happening. Today, rule violations are going down because operators are having more time in the seat. There's more experience out there. There's not as many new operators out there, so they're just able to do the job better because they actually have time in the seat. The parts of the safety analysis that talk about holding operators more accountable, more stringent discipline was adhered to almost immediately in retrospect. But the parts of the safety analysis that calls for more training for operators who are having a problem with specific issues that they're having has not been implemented, has not even been implemented on a trial basis. Consequently, I've seen more operators sent back to the bus division in the last 4 months than I have in the last 10 years. I see everyone, especially the new operators, being set up to fail, not help to succeed. From the beginning, my rhetoric was making sure that we didn't lose good people. We are losing good people. I wanted to make sure that there was some sort of system to make sure that operators were properly trained, properly brought up to speed, especially the new people. I was told it would be all right, but nothing has been done. Specifically, for a specific example, I can mention call boards and train orders. There is, within the last week, more discipline being implemented. It's a safety issue. But as Trimet is saying to the operators, this is a huge safety issue, they have done nothing on their side to actually say how big of a safety issue it is. They're just issuing more discipline. There's problems with inconsistent placement of the call boards. There's problems with obstructed views of some of the call boards. There's problems with passengers interacting with the call boards, so it distracts you from what's going on. There are known issues that are not being addressed, but operators are being held more accountable. I'm asking you to stop setting up operators to fail, because I'm tired of good operators being sent back to the bus division. Thank you.
Well, a comment I would make about his presentation, and having observed what's going on there from outside now, it's been quite a while since I worked at Trimet, so I no longer have perspective inside Trimet, but I still know people who work there who I talk to. There's been a purge going on there for quite a while now. It was going on about the same time I left, and it was going on a little bit before that, where they were purging out all their undesirables that they, in their management minds, thought didn't fit with whatever their program is. One of those undesirables was me, of course. And people like Neil Berlin, I hear, got pushed out. Neil Berlin, who'd been there forever and was a great operator, but they came up with some bullshit, make sure he gets out. But I mean, this purge has been going on for a while, and I think that's part of what's happening at the rail. I mean, they've purged out a lot of the old management now too. Shelley and what's that other guy, Jay, was his name Jay? Whatever his name was, I can't think off the top of my head. Um, the guy that was the head of the rail, he was elevated to Shelley's job briefly, I guess, and now he's gone. So I mean, they're purging out all kinds of operators and managers, and I think that's part of what they're doing. They've concocted this "you're not safe" bullshit. And as I've said in previous videos, I've never noticed anything unsafe going on, and I've been listening to the operations for a long time. But they've, in their management mind, has decided this is what they're going to do. And so I think part of what's happening is that he's not acknowledging that, but I think what's really happening is that there's an intentional purge going on. You know, they want people out. They're trying to do some kind of a shift in personalities over there at the Trimet, and I don't, you know, my opinion is management, typical management bullshit, and I don't really know what's going on in their minds other than they're not a good place to work these days because of what he's saying. I mean, you're set up to fail, even on the bus side. They have a well-known problem issue called the mirrors that are sticking way out. Did they do anything to fix the mirrors? No, they just allow all these operators to end up getting these preventable accident charges because of the mirror. And they've created an unsafe situation with the mirror, and then they blame the operator. So there's a strange dynamic going on there. And all I can say is thank God I'm out of that profession, because what once was a very good profession has been turned into a very hazardous, miserable, unthankful profession by the neoliberals that have taken over public transit in this country. You know, the idea of packing as many people in together, making the runs as tight as possible, forcing operators to act like machines. This neoliberalism of public transportation in the country has ruined public transportation in the country, and that includes Trimet.